Hi everyone and welcome to this video. Today I wanted to give you some advice. Now a lot of you have been writing to me over the years onto my Facebook and onto my email ID, and a lot of the questions have very similar patterns. Now as you can guess by the heading of this video, the question I wanted to address today is something that anyone who does self-help kind of hears all the time, and that is, how do I get rid of negativity from my life, right? Now I'm going to give you my perspective. You can take it, you can leave it, you can take what works for you, but again, it's my personal perspective. So I'm putting that out there. I have not scripted this video, I have some points. So I'm getting right into it. The very first thing that I would do is recognize that the reality that you experience is not separate from you. The whole saying that the outside is a reflection of the inside cannot be any more true. It is a bang reflection of the outside. Now, a lot of people would stop and say, wait, so many things happen on the outside that I couldn't possibly be responsible for. Like, how can a little child be responsible for so much of shit that's happening to kids nowadays in the world? Right? How does that work? Now, what I'm here to tell you is that we are constantly being bombarded by information all the time. We have patterns of our own information and patterns that are of people around us, our parents, our grandparents. There are patterns playing in our subconscious mind constantly, 24 hours a day. This comes from our TV, our own experiences, our own personal memories that are all constantly going on in the subconscious mind. And that has a direct relation to what we experience in our lives. Now, this whole thing of taking responsibility is a little difficult for a lot of people because we are so used to blaming the economy, blaming the world, blaming society, blaming our in-laws, blaming the government. And yes, I've done that too. But if something has come up in your reality, you've got to realize that you're always there. When something bad happens to you, have you noticed that you're always there? So you're a big part of that experience. Now, having said that, this whole negativity thing that we're talking about is a pattern that we all share. You share it, I share it. Everyone on this planet has this pattern, and it's reflected very clearly in all the good and the bad that is happening in our world. It doesn't matter where you're watching this from, but you can see the same stuff happening everywhere because it's a reflection of what we are holding inside of us. So if you want to see a change in your outer reality, you want to clean negativity from the outer reality, the first thing you need to stop doing is blaming. The second thing you want to do is ask yourself, come back to yourself and ask yourself this one question. What is going on inside of me? What is going on inside of me that I am creating this experience? Or what is going on inside of me that I'm a vibrational match to experiencing this? Because you wouldn't be there if you were not a match to it, right? So, putting that out there, what I would do in that situation is, if there's a negative experience that comes up in my reality, there's drama, someone yells at me, I yell at somebody, something's happened, I will not blame, even though I'm so tempted to, but I will not blame. The first thing I would do is I would go inside of myself and say, what is going on inside of me that I'm experiencing this? Okay, say there is, let's say what are the common problems you all have is, business failing, relationships failing, arguments, accidents. They're all reflections, they're all mirrors. We want to kind of build that understanding first. So I would tell myself and to divinity, this is what I would do. Okay, I would do what the Hawaiians would call the Ho'oponopono practice. It's something that I have unshakable belief and faith in, is the power of love and forgiveness. So, I know you're confused, but I'll explain. I would go inside of me and I would say, first thing I would say is, I love you. And I am sorry for being unconscious of these patterns that are playing in me that are manifested in this experience. Please forgive me for not knowing that I was holding on to this. Thank you so much for cleaning on it or clearing it. Okay? Thank you so much for forgiving me. Now, what I just did in saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, is I dropped resistance. When you drop resistance to a situation, or you drop resistance towards yourself and your role in the situation changes. This is kind of like the classic demon theory. When you fight against something, when you fight against a demon, you fight against cancer, you fight against diabetes, or in my case, what I did for so many years is fight against anxiety disorders. What's happening is you're making the demon bigger and bigger and bigger. But there's a power in love and embrace. When you can embrace or accept a situation or accept an experience, you first off withdraw the energy that you're giving it, first off. Second off is it begins to transform and transmute and kind of move. What I'm trying to say is that the universe, this is all flowing right out of me, okay, so bear with me. The universe, there is a movement to everything. Everything changes. Everything comes and goes. There's a flow of life. But what happens is when we resist what's happening in life, we are holding ourselves against the flow, which is causing a lot more blockages and a lot more crap to come up. So what happens is what you resist will first keep persisting. Second off, will become giant like the demon. And third off, it will hurt because resistance causes pain. But when you come from a seat of love and acceptance and embrace what is happening, in that moment, losing the resistance to the situation, it goes back to the flow. This too shall pass. Okay? All of what these ancients have been telling us is true. So that is what I would do. Now, this is something that you may resonate with and you may want to try, which is the Ho'oponopono prayer. I will put a little bit of content or information about it in the description. But you don't have to do it this way. All I would give you advice to do is really just look within yourself and see if you have inner freedom. It will reflect in the outside. It's a lifelong process to clean on our own patterns and the patterns of our ancestors and all of those things. But the more you clean, the more cleaner your reality becomes. The more you take whatever comes out in your life as a direct reflection of something inside of you and you clean that, the more you are healing the reality itself. So for example, if a client comes to me with a certain problem, I won't look at it as the client's problem. I know that there's something inside of me that makes me a direct connection or a direct vibrational match to this person. So I would start cleaning on myself. What is going on inside of me that I'm experiencing this client? And in me cleaning myself, that same pattern gets cleaned in the other person. Why? Because me and that person are not separate. Me and you are not separate. You and somebody else are not separate. We are one consciousness. We've all been talking about this since forever, but the truth is we really are. That's why people can think of somebody and then the other person on the other side of the world can pick up on that thought and say, hey, I miss this person, and then give them a call. That's why there are so many experiences where you're thinking of somebody and then that person gives you a call, or you think of something and it manifests, because everything is connected energetically. That's what everyone was talking about, this whole thing of illusion, right? The whole thing of Maya. That's what it means. All the world's a stage and we are merely players. That's what it means. So that's again my personal understanding on things, but that is the advice. That is my advice. Clean on yourself. Love yourself, forgive yourself, embrace yourself, all the negative, all the positive, and just watch what is not you dissolve and see how that reflects in your reality. I have a very strong faith in Ho'oponopono, Hawaiian practice of forgiveness, because I see results. I would not ever tell you something if I didn't personally see things happening in my own life. So that is my advice. Now, if you guys have any other questions you want to ask me, this is raw flowing of information, not scripted. If you want to ask me anything under the sun, advice, anything you want to know about me, anything and everything, you can comment in the comment section below, or you can write to me on Instagram or Facebook or my email ID, or links in the description, with the hashtag AskSynchro, and I will make a video dedicated to you and your question in this advice series, which is again free flow of information, and you get to see this side of me, and which I kind of enjoy showing you guys as well. So of course these would be slightly long videos. I know this video is already, I don't even know how long, but thanks so much for watching, and I hope this made sense, and see you next time. Namaste.